right, so first one's a real hard one, but how do you pronounce Bronson's last name?
I don't know. I don't want to say it because I think I'll get it wrong now.
Bronson Meydi.
It's either Meaty or Matey for me.
Bronson's last name, I think it's Meydi.
What's the funniest thing Bronson's ever said to you?
The funny thing is Bronson only started talking to me like the last 2 years, and I've known him for like 5 or 6.
Maybe nothing. He never talks to me.
I don't think he said anything more than hello. That's about it.
I think the first time he actually spoke to me was last year. He was so shy. He's always just been really shy, but now he's coming out of his shell.
Our story begins in Indonesia, an archipelago nation home to over 17,000 islands. In the West Nusa Tenggara province, in the south of Indonesia, to the east of Lombok and to the west of the Komodo National Park lies the island of Sumbawa. In the southeastern corner of Sumbawa, you'll find the small fishing village of Lakey Peak. And on May 23rd, 2004, this is where Bronson Meydi was born. This is Bronson's childhood home. This is Bronson's mother Dewi and younger sister Sarah. This is Bronson's favourite restaurant. This is Bronson's school. And this? Well, this is Bronson's playground. In early 2008, Bronson moved to Bali to live with Rizal Tanjung, arguably the most popular surfer in Indonesian history, and his young family. And though we'd love to tell the story, here are the Tanjungs to tell it themselves.
First of all, I talked to the mom and the dad because, I see the potential of Bronson to, so much better to move to Bali and, go to school here and they're really supportive on that. That I think they know that Bronson needs to get out of Lakey's to have a better future. And Bronson himself want to move and get out of Lakey's, He can say no, but he know that he need to get out to sacrifice the life that he have in Lakey's and live with us,
The first time I saw him surf, I thought he was gonna be a lot bigger because I saw his photos on Facebook before he came to Bali. He was pulling into big waves. And then when I met him, he was just 4 foot tall. But he was already starting to do airs. I just knew that, yeah, he was gonna be a good surfer. Yeah, we go surfing every day, push each other. Yeah, I think it's a really good, I would say a rivalry, but in a good way, because we're brothers.
When I took Bronson in, we never planned it. It just happened naturally. We went to Lakey Peak and Farun was hanging out with Bronson every day, surfing together. And we just felt connected to this kid, and he's a very special kid with a really good heart, and I just wanted him to have a better life. And I think Bali have all the tools for him, We have a very tight family unit here, good school, and there's more competition in Bali, so it's good for his career too. And yeah, he's been with us since he was 11, and he's a part of our family now. He still has his mom and dad, and they're always gonna be his parents. And I'm his other mom in Bali, yeah.
Senang, bahagia karena dia mau sekolah di Bali pada saat itu. Dan juga biar ada pergaulannya di sana kan lebih beda dengan di sini gitu loh. Pak Rizal dengan Ibu Chandra tidak pernah membedakan Bronson dengan anak-anaknya yang lain. Saya perhatikan, saya lihat dia anggap Bronson seperti anaknya sendiri. Dia sayang sama Bronson. Iya.
Those are mostly mine, none of it.
That's all mine, bro.
Bro, this is all mine. From up here to this bottom part right. Wait, where's... I think this is bottom until this right, and then all of them are Sina.
Yeah. Such a liar, bro.
I'm really inspired by Bronson's story personally. For me, it makes me feel really good because he came from a small place. His parents split up. My parents split up. He obviously has a love for surfing that is beyond other things in his life. And then, to become such good friends with Varun and the Tanjung family, and then to be adopted by Rizal. Like, for me, it's a really cool story. I love it. I don't know. When I see Bronson surf, for some reason, I think of Eli Hanneman. I feel like I don't know. I feel like when he was small, in my mind, they surf similar for some reason. Maybe because I've seen them surf together a lot too.
Bronson surfing has long been compared to that of Hawaiian future star Eli Hanneman. And though the pair live on two islands 9,888 kilometres apart, it hasn't stopped them from forming a close friendship as they attempt to take on the world. Somehow, in a strange year, they were still able to meet up and go on a mission together, this time to the famed left-hander of Desert Point. And though we'd love to tell the story, we'll let Eli take it from here.
Yeah, it's fun. I've never been to deserts before. It's such a perfect wave, but it can be kind of tricky because it's so long and perfect that you can almost tend to kind of overthink it. And that was kind of what's happening with me for the first day or whatever. And then I watched him and he kind of was just toying with it. It was pretty cool to see. When you put a wave that good together with someone who's that talented, it's pretty fun to watch.
At just 16 years of age, the world is at Bronson's feet. He has the planet's best waves in his backyard and a support crew who want nothing more than to see him succeed on surfing's biggest stage. Now is his time to shine.
That's about as good as it's gonna get, I think.
Alright.
Bronson, need to work on your jokes, bud. Make it easier on everyone else.